Hello and welcome to today's podcast. I'm here with Jayda Calderon, the author of A Lantern Called Love. So Jayda, can you tell me a little about yourself?
Well, I wasn't really into poetry until I really joined the poetry club. And then my dad left, so then I got the inspiration to write a sad poem to channel my feelings.
Okay. So, how did you get the idea of the poem that you wrote?
So like I said earlier, my dad left, and I was really sad when it happened, and I didn't really know how to channel my feelings, so I just wrote a really sad poem about it.
Okay. What was in the poem from a person that hasn't really read it? Can you tell me like a little short summary about it?
So it's basically me. I'm really sad, and there's this one line, because I was crying a lot when this happened, that goes, "I'm drowning in my tears," and that's basically a metaphor that I was crying a lot. And at the end, there is a metaphor for love, a lantern, and that's where the poem got its name. And it's basically a light to lead the way through my sadness.
Okay. That's very, very deep. Did you feel comfortable writing to the entire 5th grade and now the district?
Not at first, but as soon as I realized that people actually listen and they don't really judge me for this stuff, because since there was like a sticky note on the back, it was anonymous, so they didn't know it was me, so they couldn't just knock on my door and ask me questions about it.
So how did you channel those feelings after the poem? Like, you said that you wrote it from your dad's sadness, and you wrote a poem about how your dad was leaving and you felt sad. So how did you channel those other feelings that you had after you wrote this?
I talked to my mom a lot, and she was basically my therapist for a while because we didn't feel like paying for a therapist. So we had lots of talks, and it made me feel better, and we did some stuff to get my mind off of it.
Wow, that's really nice, Jayda. How would you like to be presented in the world you've already been chosen for the district winner of a poem, but how else would you like to be presented?
I would really like to be presented anonymously, because I don't really like fame. I'm not an attention hog. I will take a bit of fame, but like people stopping me in the hallway and asking me questions, I don't really like. So attention, as far as that, I would just like to be presented anonymous.
Thank you, Jayda, for agreeing to come to the studio today to be interviewed. We really appreciate your openness and willingness to share your experience with others.
Thank you. The pleasure was all mine.
And now we will have a special performance by Jayda Calderon. She will recite her winning poem, A Lantern Called Love.
My mind is almost empty, my days are numbered and short. I bang my head against the wall, wanting myself to lose it all. Heartless is not just an adjective, for me it is also a verb. I've drowned myself in my tears, unable to be hurt. With a lantern called love, a lantern that will lead the way, all the pain I've been feeling inside will turn again to the purest white. While my emotions were in disarray, something tells me that will be okay.